ever get dusty in your house? Well, they did in the temple of God. It seems like the book of the law had been locked away for years. Maybe it had been burned with all the other holy books. You have this kid who becomes king at the age of 8, mainly because of the violence and the bloodshed of his father and his grandfather. And he's thrust into this position where he's to lead a country for God, and there's no sense of God left anywhere. At the age of 16, he began reforming the ethics and the morals and the religious fervor of the nation Judah, wanting to remodel the temple. It was over 300 years old. Had fallen into disrepair, had altars and Asherah poles and lots of places of worship to other gods, including the worship of the stars, right in the courtyard of the temple. They went in and they began digging through rooms that probably hadn't been opened for decades, and the priest found something. He found the book of the law. Now, scholars debate on whether it was the Pentateuch, which is the first 5 books of the Bible, or just maybe the book of Deuteronomy. Either way, it didn't matter because they dusted it off, pulled it out, they read it, and he's listening to the reading of the promises of God, blessings or cursing, and he realizes why his family is so screwed up, why his country is so screwed up, and he actually tears his clothes. If I was a real man, I would have torn this shirt, but it's the only sort of pink hip shirt I have. You ever been in a place where you realize why things are the way they are? He reintroduces the scriptures, says it was the best Passover ever celebrated by those people. And the blessings are simple. If you'll obey his commands, if you'll honor his Sabbaths, if you don't worship other gods, then these blessings rain upon you. You'll get rain when it's needed. Your crops will be full. Your fruit trees will bear lots of fruit. You'll never run out. You'll always be at peace. You'll have no enemies at your doorsteps. Of course, if you've been following this series, you know that the historical books of the Old Testament are leading up to exile, where God removes them from the blessings in order to renew their hearts and minds and bring them back to a place of blessings. Isn't it great that we can dust off our scriptures and live for the Lord? It's not complicated. It's just a decision. Have you dusted off the book of the law?
Across the finish line,